and welcome to the Blanket Burritos. Oh, you know what? Actually, listen, here's
Okay.
the thing. I was doing research,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know if this is credible or not, but they said that if you say hi guys in your videos, that it's like 40% more people are likely to like stay on than if you say anything else.
Oh, I don't want to say guys
I
though.
know, I hate that. I
Can we
hate
say
that.
like friends? Like hello friends.
Uh, we could, but like statistically, I don't care. Anyway, hi. I am your one of your co-hosts, Emily.
I'm Sarah. Hello and welcome to the Blanket Burritos again. Um, it was snowing here. Was it snowing there?
Yeah, it was snowing here.
Yeah.
I was really cranky about it.
Oh. Yeah, you don't like snow that much.
I don't like snow. I
Yeah.
don't love it.
It looks
I
like
think
magical from the window when you're just like looking at it though. You're like, ah.
I think it just makes me anxious about like a potential power outage because I have reptiles, and having a power outage during the winter with reptiles is not ideal. So like
Yeah.
any change of weather that's not sunny is just like gonna have me a little bit cranky and on edge because I'm worried about my babies.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And also, I'm just like cranky today in general. So
We're gonna change that attitude by the end of this.
that's rude. It's not
We're gonna
nice.
feel
My feelings are valid.
refreshed. They are, but at the end, we're gonna feel refreshed and just like
Okay.
fluffy and all those things. I
Fluffy.
don't know.
All right. Well, I'll keep you updated if I feel
Yeah,
fluffy
tell me
at the
your
end of
fluff
this.
level. um, do you want to do the oracle pulls for the day or the tarot pulls for the day?
Yeah, sure. Cue the oracle pull sound. What did you pull today?
I pulled the Ten of Air and Justice.
Oh, okay. What does it mean?
So Ten of Air. So this is from a different. This is from the Good Tarot. So it's like kind of like nicer and stuff like that. If anyone who doesn't know, so it's like kind of nice and makes you feel good about life and stuff like that. So it's not really the equivalent of Ten of Swords, I would say. It
Oh, where
says
there's a
like
bunch of like swords in the Rider-Waite
stabbing a
tarot guy's
person, yeah, like
chest. Yeah.
which is like, oh crap, like shit's going down. Like,
Yeah.
this is more so it's saying graceful endings, hopeful new beginnings, a point of epiphany,
Holla. Oh,
and
hey, I had an epiphany
I know, I just
today.
realized that, and the end to old ways of thinking. Whoa. And
Whoa.
then justice, what is this? What goes around comes around, karma, but like in a positive way. So I guess like the end of like a certain way of thinking or a certain like lifestyle, and just knowing that like,
Oh.
justice and like, the world is on your side moving forward, which is cool.
What kind of lifestyle are our viewers having?
I don't know. Maybe they're just putting random, like it doesn't have to be like the whole life. Maybe it's like something like very like not small, but like something
I
that's just
know.
like, ooh, I
I was
decided to like,
teasing.
yeah. So that was cool.
It is really cool. I really like that reading.
Yeah.
I feel like that's so applicable to me right now. Emily like went to a restaurant for the first time. I don't know why I'm speaking in the third person. Here's why I speak in the third person. It's because when I want to like it's part of my disassociation, I think,
Mm.
issues when I want to like talk about my feelings but I'm not comfortable being vulnerable. So I do that unconsciously. Now I'm more aware of it. But before I was just saying my name in the third person, like, oh, Emily went to a restaurant today. Or not even, it was on Friday and I got triggered. And it was the first time I went to a restaurant since COVID, like a year ago, like since everything shut down. So
Right.
I have CPTSD, and like loud noises and stuff really are hard for me. And like being around a lot of energies and a lot of people, it's a rough time. And so I was being really hard on myself because I got triggered, because that wasn't something that, I had really been issue because I got so desensitized to it and allowed myself to do like exposure therapy, but then all of a sudden like all this stuff came up and I got really angry at myself and was like, I did all this work and like what for, you know? So we're recovering from that. We're doing lots of self-compassion exercises. But yeah. What was the point of that?
Oh, that just like really, it went well with basically the cards I pulled, and that was before I pulled them before I even logged on to like the podcasties, which is so fun.
That's so cool. That's so cool, man. Mine are, this is one of my favorite. You'll like this because you like eyes, Sarah. For some reason, Sarah really likes like drawings of eyes. So like,
ooh, I love that already.
Right? It's called Passion. And then I got two actually. So there was Passion and then there was Dark Matter.
Oh.
I know. And in this card, this girl's like standing behind some like vortex thing, but like butterflies are like covering her mouth and like her arms are like behind her back. And so it's saying like you feel kind of stuck right now in the unknown, but like not to focus on that and not to focus on not being able to take action and do anything, like focus on your passion instead and focus on the things that make you excited. And if you don't have something that makes you excited, find something that makes you excited.
True.
Trying out new things, that's exciting to try. Maybe your passion could just be trying new things. Eat some snails.
That just reminds me of Emily did a reading for me a while ago where it was like, go take adventures. Sarah, you're going on adventures. And I legitimately was like, well, I went to Walgreens today, like so excited because like, listen, that's an adventure for me. Like going to Walgreens, love going to CVS, pharmacies, everything. Like they have everything you want there. Like you can get snacks, you can get nail polish, you can get makeup. It's literally one of my favorite places to go. Sounds really mundane, but that was an adventure in my eyes. And
I just like when I heard that, when she like dead seriously was like, well, I went to Walgreens today, and it was like, Sarah, when I like talk about adventure, I'm like kayaking, you know, like going to another country or not taking a trip to Walgreens. Like
that is my adventure. Okay.
And I love that about you. I love the differences we have in that. You keep me grounded, man, sometimes.
I have like this like whole like the past couple of weeks I've been trying to convince myself to like go take like a trip to Trader Joe's. That's another one that's like an adventure for me. But that involves like going on the train, so that's more of a, I was gonna do it this weekend, but it was too cold when I went out for a walk and I was like, I'm not leaving my house tomorrow. It's just not happening. But when it gets warmer, you bet I'll be at Trader Joe's.
Oh, when it gets safe, can I go with you to the Trader Joe's again?
Yes.
I just really liked that Trader Joe's.
It's a nice Trader Joe's.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a cool Trader Joe's. Like normally I don't like grocery shopping, but for some reason, and it could just be because it was filled, like it was a place filled with a bunch of other stores and like a cool underground market thing. And
right. It has like other stuff.
They had pierogies and like, oh man, could I use a pierogi right now? You know what I mean? I'm just love pierogies.
I guess
any viewers want to send us pierogies, hit me up.
Yeah,
DM me.
Yeah. Let us know. So next we have the fall in love with us questions. The first question is, before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say and why?
No. I know there are a lot of people that have phone anxiety, and I do. I might, especially if it's like businessy or I have to call like an insurance company or a doctor's office, I might write down like questions I have, but I won't rehearse it. You know, I won't be like, hi. I've seen people do that where they like repeat back to themselves like, okay, like, hi, I would like to order a whatever pizza, like over and over again until they answer the phone.
I don't rehearse it like out loud, but I do if I'm like nervous and it's like like I don't know, like an important phone call or if I, for some
Hmm.
reason and I have questions, like you said, I'll write down what I'm gonna say
Hmm.
and I like read it over like two or three times and then that makes me extra nervioso and then I call and then it's fine.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but I definitely have phone anxiety. I don't like rehearse it out loud, but I do write it out like to
Mm.
get my thoughts like unscrambled.
What is an important phone call like for you? What does that mean?
Um, Sometimes anything that I'll have to like ask a question. I don't do it as much now, actually, honestly.
Hmm.
I used to do it a lot more before. Like when I was in school and I had to like call some like school administrator to ask questions or something like
Ooh.
that. That made me super nervioso.
Yeah, that would make me nervous too.
Yeah. So that's kind of where. Um,
What's the next question?
Next question is, what would constitute a perfect day for you?
Do you know the answer to this?
I feel like mine is so mundane.
That's good though. Tell me about it.
Sleeping in, not waking up to an alarm, um, having like a good breakfast, watering my plants, have like hanging out with like I have like a dog and cat.
Okay, okay, yeah.
And I don't know, I think also another thing constitute a perfect day.
Yes.
Nothing has monetary value. You can go out and just like peruse and get what you
Ugh.
want and not have to pay for anything.
Ooh, I like these hypotheticals.
Yeah.
That'd be
Uh,
cool. So what kind of things would you get on your perfect day?
I don't know, like go get like again mundane, go get like a coffee and not feel bad about it. Maybe you feel like going on a shopping spree and getting some clothes and you don't feel bad about it, even though you know your leggings are literally ripping apart at the seams because that's what I do. I wait till they rip apart and then I'm like, should I get new pants? I don't know. Like so
Sarah has been learning how to treat herself, and I think she's doing a very good job. Sarah, you bought these like feet things. Do you want to tell the podcast listeners
yes.
about
I bought
it?
this like foot mask. I'm sure people have like they're foot masks where like you put your feet in these weird like socks that have goopy stuff and it's supposed to help exfoliate your feet. And my feet
Yeah.
aren't like that bad and like callousy to be honest. Like they've just gotten a little bit more callousy over time and I was like I kind of want to try this and see what it's like because apparently like at a certain point your feet literally just start peeling like all the dead skin and I'm like
Mm,
fascinated to see what that's like. So I got them. Update, we're on day 2 because I did it
okay.
yesterday.
Yes, I was there for
Uh,
it.
Nothing has changed. So
Really?
yeah, and then I googled it and they said like peeling might not start until like the third to sixth day, and I was like, well, that's a very
Oh,
large range. Like,
I like
so
I thought it was so like yesterday because you texted me telling me that you were doing it. And then I wanted to FaceTime you, but I needed like to set boundaries beforehand. And so like the minute I came on like the FaceTime, or the video chat, I was like, Sarah, I'm letting you know right now, if you show me your feet, I will scream. Like I hate feet. I hate feet so much. I hate anything about feet.
oh, I do too.
I hate thinking about feet. Like uh
Yeah. Luckily though, like yesterday I showed you because like they were literally just in the socks, so you couldn't even see my feet. Like I was wearing like
it was still too much. It was too much feet for
it
me.
was so much feet
Just the like idea of it is just like ugh,
that you
I hate
know
them.
that
I
my
hate
feet are in
them.
these weird
I
socks.
know. I'm aware. You can't fool me just because they're not there.
Yeah.
I might have object permanence issues because of my ADHD, but I am fully aware that your feet were in there. I
Well, if it
know.
makes you feel any better, there's nothing happening today. They literally look like nothing has happened to them. So
No, it doesn't make me feel better because I'm stressing out about your feet.
Emily will not be participating in this like foot mask, foot exfoliation experiment, but I will tell you that I literally have to report back to like 5 different people about the results and like my experience with it, including my mother, my other friend, your mother wants
Yep.
to know. So next week, maybe I'll have a full report for everyone else as well.
Ooh, yeah, give them a full review.
Oh my goodness.
The irony is to like eventually be sponsored by these people. And every time like you would talk about it, I would just like be in a fetal position with my ears covered humming while you talk about it.
Oh my goodness.
I have a real issue with feet, and if anyone knows why, like I heard it's maybe like a thing where in your past life, like if you had like wings or something, like, or like angels, like earth angels or whatever, like they didn't have feet, so like, or like being on the ground is really like weird for them.
Yeah, I don't like feet either. Like, I mean, like I'm okay, but I don't really like my feet. I don't like other people's feet. Like, I just don't.
So
But
like
not as extreme as you.
I know I'm a lot. If anyone wants to give me insight on why I'm so weird about it, please let me know. I hate it. Oh, right. You were telling us about your perfect day.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. Like, just like, you know, kind of like every day's a weekend. And then you can go out and like do what you want, but like nothing has monetary value, and like it's like fine. Like we live in a world that we can just like, you know.
Yes. Huh. Okay, my perfect day. Ideally, I would be in a really like nice house with tall ceilings and windows, like beautiful tall windows where like the light is shining through and there's a lot of sun. That's like my ideal house. So I'd be living there. And I would have, you know, my reptile friends, so my bearded dragon Ducky and my snake Snuffy. And also I want a monitor lizard. So Savannah monitor, they get up to like small dog size.
Oh wow, okay.
So like the ideal, and they're not legal in Connecticut, which is a huge reason why I don't have one, and also my mom wouldn't let me. But I just want him to greet me at the door as I come home, like a dog would, but it's a monitor lizard. Like how fun is that?
That is kind of fun.
But then I also worry about like you'd have to keep the house really warm and build a really big habitat, and that's a lot of work.
Right.
So maybe not doing that anytime soon. But when I have this like ideal beach mansion that's happening with the tall ceilings and the nice glass windows, but also has one of those things that you press a button and like the shades come down.
Oh, that's fun.
You know, I really like that idea. So that I have my privacy and I can walk around naked, because there's nothing worse than not being able to walk around naked in your own house.
Yeah, you have a point.
It's a fact. I get very I get very extremist when I am triggered, apparently. Like there's nothing worse. You can't even argue with me and tell me otherwise.
I just want to walk around naked and not be bothered.
Yeah. So anyway, now that we've set the scene, right? Yes. I don't know. Because my introvert or my extrovert struggles because it needs to see people, but then at the same time, my empathic self just wants to be alone and not deal with people. Okay. Maybe like, because this is a beach mansion, go to the beach, hang out for a little bit with like partner, and then come back. Oh my god, how fun would it be to like play with my reptile friends on the beach? Play fetch with my Savannah monitor. Which I don't know if they do that, but that would be cool. And then hang out in my beautiful house, which is all filled with sunshine and plants. but somebody else takes care of them because I will not remember to water them. We have a maid, just so you know. Like we have somebody to take care of things for me because I will not remember to do it. And just hanging out, like having a fun indoor but like outdoor but like close to home day where it's just like chilling.
Yeah.
Naked. And probably lots of sex.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe online shopping though. I feel like online shopping's fun.
That could be fun.
Ooh, or like going to a farmer's market.
Oh, that's fun.
Or I guess that's a farmer's market. Is farmer's market just food, or does it have like other handmade things?
It sometimes has other handmade things. It sometimes has plants. It sometimes has other types of food. So like some have vegetables, some have like homemade honey, some have like come get our like grass-fed cow like meat, and like so it's like all over the place.
Maybe like a craft fair market kind of thing, like doing that. Mm-hmm. Going to do that. I love going to those sorts of things.
Yeah, those are fun.
Those are my favorite. It's like Etsy in real life. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, what is next? What are we doing next?
Doing that. Ooh, hot topics.
Ooh.
By the way, I loved our perfect days. That was nice. Hot topics. I had to bring it up on my phone because I forgot. This is the second person I think that's confirmed that aliens are like a thing.
Yeah, the GFL or whatever.
Yeah, the first person was like some Israeli. I need to look that up. Government person or whatever.
Yeah, the former Israeli space security chief.
That makes sense.
That's, can I just say, like, what a goal to be a space security chief. Like,
yes. Like, what is that job like? That sounds like a lot of fun.
It sounds like so much fun.
It sounds like you know a lot of things that we don't know, and I'm really into that. And like, you can't tell us because like they'll kill you. Like, but the former Canadian defense minister said aliens live among us. Mm-hmm. So that's the second person that's like confirmed. I'm guess.
Sure there's more people than that. Yeah, but I guess second big person, which, and the Israeli Space Force guy was like, you know, Trump knows and he wanted to say stuff, which totally sounds like Trump, like on Twitter, but like they told him not to, like the GFL told him not to. For those of you that don't know, the GFL is the Galactic Federation of Light, which is basically like kind of the government system of the aliens, but not really. They just like make sure people like stay in line, you know, like don't do anything too crazy, like blow up a planet, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Is there like multiple of them? Because like in like I guess what I'm thinking is like, or is it like one that kind of oversees like a bunch of different like, or are there like, is it like their branches of it? But it's like all, you know what I mean?
I mean, there's different branches for sure, like different types. Like there's like the ones that deal with like the timelines, and then there's the ones that like deal with like the ones that Elizabeth April channels is like the Palladian Security Council a lot of the time. But there's like so many different sectors, and I mean, I don't know too much. I haven't.
That's pretty cool.
Looked into it, but my feeling is like, yes, they are kind of around like everywhere, but their like main concern right now is like Earth.
Why? I'm just kidding. It's not like a lot of stuff is happening or anything, right? That makes sense.
Getting better. It's getting better.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I was like wondering, I was like, does he mean like legitimately like ones that I don't know if the word mask is right, or like, you know, like they the ones that look so close to us that like they might look a little bit different, but you wouldn't really think anything of it. Right. Yeah. Or is it like is he also talking about like people who are starseeds? Like technically like we are starseeds, so are we the aliens? or just like is it a culmination of all these things, you know?
I think he's specifically talking about the Galactic Federation. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if the Galactic Federation would really say anything about like us all reincarnating here, because that's kind of
Right.
I don't know what that would do for like the timelines or like people's impressions, and then like people would be like freaked out, maybe like, oh, am I an alien? What does that mean? Like, because it's a lot of, I think a lot of people would be, I mean, maybe not, but would be afraid. Like, what does
That's
that
true.
mean?
There's
You
still a lot
know?
of people who I think would be freaked out by the idea that aliens are a thing, I guess.
Yeah. Like I was reading something. I think it was from the Canadian Prime, the minister guy or whatever.
Mhm.
And he was doing a question and answer thing on Reddit. And a lot of people were like being brutal to him and saying like
Oh my
really
God.
mean things. Saying like he's a whistleblower and like science and it's, to me it's like, why do people get so crazy triggered about aliens like existing? Like why do you feel the need to be so mean and yell about it?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like, what is it about aliens that are triggering for people?
I don't get it really either. Well, my thing is like just logistically, just really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
The whole universe is built for one planet and
Right.
everyone to live on this planet.
Right.
That doesn't make a like sense at all because we're in one galaxy. We're one planet in one galaxy. There's
Mm-hmm.
multiple other galaxies in the universe. You're telling me that all of this is all built just for us humans to be living.
Yeah.
That seems, number one, a little selfish. Number two,
Yeah,
a
a little
little, come on.
egocentric.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's just not possible in my opinion. Like all of this
Um,
can't just be built for just like humans.
I agree. I mean, but you have to think about America in general is very egocentric, and it is very 3D. I mean, maybe not so much anymore. I'm hoping that we're going more towards 5D, but um, you think of Japan and places that have a collectivist culture where if you lose and drop an umbrella on the street, like they're gonna return it to the police and like that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then you look at us, and so I don't know, like, are people in Japan more like open to the idea of aliens? I mean, tentacle porn exists, so and I'm pretty sure they invented that.
Emily's reasoning.
I don't know. I
I
think also though, like what's lurking in our seas below? Because
oh my
like
god.
we can't go down there. We can't see what's happening. Like, what
Like
kind
deep
of
deep.
alien creatures are there?
That's true. There's probably a lot of things that like if they went all the way down there, they would think it's like, oh, a new species, but it's like
Yeah,
no, they're just
yeah.
ooh, that's fun. Okay, so I knew someone. This is like a sidebar. I knew someone from college who like was like had this very deep fear of like octopus or octopi. Like he was convinced that they were literally like evil and they're gonna take over the world because
That's
like
the funniest thing I've ever heard.
they have like large like and I asked him because I was curious. He like sat like 2 seats down from me in like studio in architecture studio, so we each get like a desk and all that stuff, and like we were there working late one night and he was just going on and on. He's like, listen, they have this huge brain, they're like smarter than us, they can like squish into small places and move through things and transform, they're taking over the world. So
I mean, listen, I'm not against that idea.
I'm not either. I just thought it was fascinating how he got there. Like he was like convinced. Like
But also, like they say, like dolphins are from another planet. They're super smart, but also dolphins have this like, they're. I feel like they're already in like the 5D, And I feel like that would be the same thing for like the squids. Like they're not there to like intentionally like hurt you if they are like an alien kind of thing. Like they're not going to be the ones to like
right.
Like worry about the people when there if there is confirmed cosmic disclosure, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that it'll happen until like they know that humans will not be little shits and try to kill them.
Yeah. That's gonna. I don't know. We're not very.
Don't put that into the universe, Sarah. That's not gonna help our case. I think like, we're evolving faster than I honestly thought we would.
That's good.
Because let me tell you a story.
Tell me.
My mom was telling me a story about how she was coloring on her phone, and she had a coloring app. The person that she worked with printed out a bunch of coloring pages for like the doctors and everyone else that worked at the walk-in, and they all just like sat there and colored together while they were slow and didn't have any patience.
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
Like if that doesn't give you hope for the 5D existing, I don't know what will.
That's true.
Because like also, they could have been on their phones consuming news, talking about drama, but no, they sat there and they colored.
That's the cutest thing in the world.
I know.
What gave me kind of like hope that like things are actually changing was and this is gonna sound really strange, but Google last year when Pluto and Saturn were like conjunct, they made like a whole thing about it, and there was like news about how that was like a thing, which like I've never seen news like cover that, like, you know, planets are doing this stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought
that's cool. That's because that was like that's the Christmas star, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that hasn't been seen since Jesus was born, so it's like a huge deal. People know about it because it's the Christmas star.
Well, never mind. I got excited. I was like, "Ooh."
Well, no, like it could be. It could be. I don't know. True. I'm just saying, like that's a big reason why they were probably more comfortable, like inching towards that, rather than like it's a waxing gibbous in Cancer today. Like they're not. They should put that, but they don't. So.
Oh my God, can you imagine if like morning news had stuff like that? I think I would listen to it way more.
I would thrive. Okay, we're setting the intention right now for the new world, the new Earth, to be just filled with all of that beautiful stuff.
Yes, the morning news talks about the waxing gibbous. And full moons and new moons, and just like tells you all the things. That's going to be the morning news from now on.
Oh my gosh, and like what the planets are doing right now, and like maybe how you might be feeling that day. Like, oh, hey, like moon is in Cancer today. Like we might be feeling a little on edge, and like give you psychological tips to help you deal with that.
Yes.
Oh my God, like emotional intelligence. Ugh.
And then they tell you when Mercury's in retrograde, and they're like, might be a little spicy these couple weeks.
Yeah, but like also, not like fear mongering it, because I feel like a lot of people fear monger like Mercury retrograde, and it's like not often a big deal.
Yeah.
I know it fucks you over, but
like it's not a big deal, but like it's always like
little inconveniences,
little things where you're like, like why?
Yeah,
and it happens so frequently.
It reminds me of frenemies, or not frenemies. Maybe it was just like the H3 After Dark thing, where I don't know who it is because I just started watching it because of Trish's drama, but there's like a producer or something, like he's really afraid of the band like Creedence Clearwater or something. Because he feels like every time like he hears a song from them, like something goes wrong.
Oh, and, like, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, like and like he feels like it's like ruining his life, and they're like, I love that. Yeah. But this Mercury retrograde coming up on the 30th, which I mean, by the time this comes out, it'll be way past the 30th. But it's supposed to be a real kick in the nuts. So.
You know what I just found out for work?
What?
I'm working on like another portion of the same project that I've been working
Ooh,
on.
okay, but is the slide gonna happen?
Yes, we had to put the slide in for this deadline.
Thank God. Ugh. Okay, I was so worried that the slide wasn't gonna happen, and
Just to tell the viewers what's going on,
yes.
our client wanted a slide going into the basement of the project, and we thought they were kidding, but they weren't. So, and I like refused to put the slide into the last possible moment, and someone else put it in. I didn't even put it in. I was like, I'm not drawing that. Like, I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. Like, but I was just in like a cranky mood because like it was just a lot of work. It was a lot of buildings, like, and I just felt like it was literally like
it was so much. You were doing so much. She worked for like 12 hours for like 6 days straight. It was crazy.
Yeah,
probably even more. Like it was insane.
And it was a 3-day weekend, and I didn't take the 3-day weekend, and I was like not that upset when I did it, but I was upset afterwards, and I was like, I need an extra day. But I'm working on a different part of that same project. The deadline is like end of February, so I'm working on it literally in the time period of Mercury retrograde, and I'm like,
I love that.
I'm just ready. Let's just do it.
Here's what you do. You give them my suggestion of having a ball pit in the basement, and then they love you forever. And then you get to visit a place that has a slide going into a giant ball pit. Like this is a win-win situation.
This is a win-win situation.
You're gonna get promoted, a raise, because it's the best idea ever.
Yes.
And then you're gonna give me royalties because I came up with it.
Yes.
And I just think you should suggest it. If they're ridiculous enough to have a slide, come on.
Oh my God. I just couldn't. I was like so done when they said that. They're like, where is it? I'm like, what do you mean, where is it? Like, you weren't kidding? Like,
where is it?
Done.
I also suggested one of those like foam things that you see at like gymnastics.
I would be, yeah, that seems actually fun, like the foam pit.
That could be fun. Or have a foam pit, but also like a trampoline park. It's like if you
I'm not allowed
the trampoline onto the
I'm not allowed to go to trampoline parks anymore.
What happened?
I went there with Lauren and our friends Lauren and Serena, and then Serena she broke her ankle, and then my mom yelled at me and told me that I'm never allowed to go to trampoline parks anymore. So
Sarah, I don't have any other friends, so if I want to go to a trampoline park, you're coming with me. You don't have a fucking choice.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Well, you have to talk to my mom because she was very stern about that. Listen, I had fun, but then it wasn't fun when we found out that she like actually broke like a bone in her. I don't know if it was her ankle, her foot, or something. I don't know, something.
How do we get on this topic? Oh, Mercury retrograde.
Oh, the slide, my work.
And visions of the 5D. Oh my God. So my other vision for the 5D, Sarah, is every building has slides. No more stairs, just slides going into ball pits.
How do you get back up to the upper floor?
You don't.
You're just stuck down there?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you about this story that they told.
Here's what's going to happen. Okay. There's going to be then a glass elevator because everyone loves glass elevators. They're my favorite thing.
That's true. I love
a glass elevator going up to the top floor.
See, I'm a fan of that. I don't like elevators, but like I love a good glass elevator because like you seem like when you're you're not as claustrophobic because you see everything that's happening. Like, are we ready for our next segment?
Oh, what is that?
Me and Emily took some time just for funsies, to be honest, to rank all the zodiac signs.
Hey there, viewers. Interested in our rankings of the zodiac signs? Me too. Stay stay tuned for part 2 coming out on Thursday. I hope you have the most tubular Tuesday. Thank you so much for your patience with these episodes. I finally have my computer working again, so we will be pushing out more episodes for your listening enjoyment. Thank you for watching Blanket Burritos. Have a good rest of your night.